knows around you. It does. Now, I came from a pretty dysfunctional family, so none of us were islands, but it did not register with us that all of our decisions and all of our actions affected everyone else in the family, nor did we care if it did. Now, my husband was raised in a very close-knit family, and so they always took that very seriously, and to this day, we all have the understanding that we're not islands, and whatever we do can affect the family around us. I know that's not going to work for every family. I know a lot of families are too dysfunctional for that. I grew up in a household where we were all islands, and we all did our best, and now we're just scattered in the wind. And so this does not really feel like a great piece of advice for a dysfunctional family. But if you have a little bit more functional family, if you're able to communicate and talk and just generally be around each other, I feel like this is a pretty reasonable piece. You're not an island. Everything you got going on, they've got going on. Whatever decisions you have going on, they also have. If you have a kid, your family now has a kid. You know, like my brother-in-law has 2 boys. Those boys, it takes a village, you know what I'm saying? So, you're not an island. Keep that in mind. You can't go do destructive things and think it's not gonna hurt anybody. You can't go do crazy things and think that everyone will be fine with it, that everyone will support it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're not an island. Take that however you want, I guess, but it's kind of a hard one to explain. But the next piece of advice, let me look. Okay. I literally had lunch with my mother-in-law yesterday, and she gives this one to me every once in a while. If you are in a hard spot in your relationship, in a friendship, if you look at the bad things, that's all you're gonna see. So try to look for the silver linings. Try to think of why your friends or your partners, and go from there. And that is so true. When you're stuck in a rut and things aren't going great, it is so easy. It is so easy so much. Please stop talking to me. If you say one more word to me, I might scream. But like, then at the end of the day, I sit down and I say, girl, you're just a little crazy. You're just a little moody. He means well. He means well. He's just talking too much today. He's just got too much on his mind today. You know. So, yeah, that's another one. If you look for the good, that's all you're gonna see. And if you look for the bad, that's all you're gonna see. So, yeah, that's the second piece of advice. Third piece of advice is how to be tidy. I grew up in a messy household. Messy, okay, so we did like a deep clean every few weekends, right? Where all day Saturday, just deep clean, sweeping, mopping, dusting, all of it. My mother-in-law is the total opposite. She runs a very tidy home, which I appreciate so much. And so, because I was also I was raised like in my house, right, with my mom and my stepdad, right? And then at the same time I would visit my mother-in-law's house as a child, and it was the total opposite. And I loved that. So as an adult, I keep a very tidy home, and this is how you do that. Never leave a room empty-handed. That's it. No, that's not it. But that's a really big piece of it. We're always going from room to room to room to room to room. If you have 2 cups in your bedroom, genuinely never did anything to me. Do not bleed on the people that didn't cut you. You have to go through those things. You have to reconcile. Like, I know a lot of things are not fair, and I know a lot of things are absolutely ridiculous and should have never happened. But we can't go back and change the past. All we can do is work through it, figure out how to get to the base of the problem, how to come to terms, and move forward. The last thing that I want to do is mistreat people because I was mistreated. That's not fair. The last thing I want to do is treat people poorly because I wasn't treated with all of the love and affection, you know. So, don't bleed on the people that didn't cut you. Go to therapy. Really, I cannot stress that enough. I was one of those people that, I'm never gonna get through all my problems, and this is not gonna work, or if it does, it's gonna take like 10 years. Baby girl, listen to me right now. I went to therapy. It took me 3 therapists. It took me 3 therapists before I found my perfect one. Okay, sometimes you just gotta hop from therapist to therapist until you find your match. And then when I did, I was with her for 2.5 years, and I miss her. I had originally started seeing her in one city, and then we moved an hour away, and I continued to drive an hour to see her. Okay, that's how much I loved her and how much she was helping me. And then, unfortunately, we moved another hour away, so now we're 2 hours away. I recently did a virtual call with her, a video call. I cannot recommend it enough. Like, go to therapy, because I was one of the people that it's not gonna work, it's gonna take forever. Baby girl, I miss my therapist, okay? She helped me through so many things that I didn't even know were a problem, you know? She put me back together. You can have all of the love and the support in the world, but without someone to make those pieces make sense, it's really, really hard to be whole. To be whole, okay? So, go to therapy. Get the help you need. I promise you, it is worth it. You might have to jump through a few different therapists, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a pain in the ass. It really freaking is. It's a pain in the ass. Insurance sucks, but girl, the peace I have now after having so many sessions with her, I don't worry anymore that I'm bleeding on people who didn't cut me. I know I was, and now I don't think I am. I have learned all of We'll see you in